Welcome back, you beautiful people, and today, well, it's going to be a lucky day. I'm going to show you how to make one of these, a DIY wash station with brushes and shelf to go with. Oh, let's get started. Okay, before we get started, you're going to need a few essential materials and tools to get this whole thing started. So here we go. Let's kick it off with this. Oh yes, you're going to need a few of these. I got 4 of these 38 by 140 mil timbers. This is going to be the side of your structure. This is where all those decking planks are going to get screwed to. Next up, yes, decking planks. I bought 13 of these. These are pretty much how I bought them. I haven't cut these down. These are 1.8 meters in length, perfect length, and a perfect length for a bike. Next, you're going to need this. This is where the whole thing will start. This is a fence post. This is 90 by 90 millimeters in width, and it's about 7 foot high, but it doesn't matter because you can cut that down. Next up, yes, screws. You're gonna need screws to screw this whole thing together to make it structurally sound. I went for some decking screws, and I've gone for these 75 mil, and they're about 5 mil thick, so these are gonna be good and strong enough and long enough to hold the whole structure together. Next. Right, fence post mix. This is ready mix. This is where I'm going to put the fence post in the ground so it does not move, and it's going to be super strong and sturdy. I bought 2 of these bags. That's a 7-foot fence post. Now onto the tools. Tools, yes. You want to get yourself a nice good tape measure to measure all those correct measurements to make the structure, and one of these right angles so you can get a nice straight line, so you can get a nice straight cut. Next up, a cutting tool. I'm going for the circular saw because I'm at the age where I can use one of these without parental guidance. But if you need parental guidance and you're at a young age, you need one of these. Yeah, you can use one of these, and yes, I've been told in the comments that yes, you can use there's a right angle there you can use to get a nice straight edge as well. So if you're at the young age, you can use one of these. Next up, you're gonna need one of these to screw in those screws that you need to make this thing one solid piece. You can use a hand one, but this is gonna be way better. You're gonna need one of these as well. This is what you're gonna use to make the whole structure level and straight, so it doesn't like bow over and look horrible. So you're gonna need a level to make everything level. That's all you need to make this whole thing. Let's get started with the first step. Okay, the first step is where am I gonna put this wash station? I don't have my bike freestanding, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my fence post, I'm gonna situate it right about there, I'm gonna start digging a hole so I can place my post in. Let's go. Got myself a spade. Let's get digging. Okay, now I need to find out where I want to put my fence post, because as soon as I start digging a hole and concreting that fence post in the ground, I can't move it. I'm going to concrete this beast into the ground. There's a 7-foot post, so I'm going to go down about 1.5 feet in the ground. Post mix is going to be super strong and stable. So I'm going to start digging this hole. Let's measure that hole. Perfect, 17 inches in the ground. Nice. Right, next step is to get that post mix, get some water, put it in there, mix it up, give it a little stab, make sure that post is level, because you don't want to have a Leaning Tower of Pisa wash station. Because yeah, I bought 2 of these bags, depending on how deep I wanted to make the hole, but I think one post mix will do the job, but to fill the hole with water and then to pour the postcrete into the hole. So fill that hole with water. Make sure you got this to hand. So you're gonna make sure, just spend a little bit of time making sure that this whole thing is level, checking every side of that fence post to make sure it's level. Add a little bit more fence post mix if you need to make it a little bit more stronger, or just to jab in on the sides, just to move the fence post over a bit, just to manipulate it over to one side to make it that much more level. The great thing about this fence post mix is it doesn't take that long for it to get dry. It takes quick, it's super quick drying. but I'm going to leave it for a bit, grab myself a cup of tea, come back, and that thing should be solid. That's still level, it's good, it's drying. I'm going to cover up with dirt and then move on to the next step. Okay, so I've tidied it up, it looks all good. My fence post is sturdy, it's strong, it is not going anywhere. Now the next step is to make that draining board, and what I mean by that draining board is I'm going to build a little decking platform so the water can just fall through it, and then when I take my bike off, it's not going to go back into the mud and I get muddy tires. Okay, next step is to get your 38 by 140 mil timber. This is what your base is going to be. This is the draining board base. Now the next thing is to measure out how wide you want your draining board. Well, the great thing about these decking planks is this is how you buy them. This is 1.8 meters, and that's going to be the width of my draining board. So that means I'm going to cut that to 1.8 meters. Okay, so I've cut this. You want to cut 2 of these because you're making a triangle. 1.8 meters, so 1.8 meters. This is going to be the width of the whole thing, and that is going to go down there like that. I'm going to screw that into there, make sure it's in the middle, and then I'm going to start building the other bits. You cut 2 of those because that one's going to be around about here, and then you're going to make sure you know the width that you want to make it, so how many decking planks you want to put into it. Okay, so you've cut your 2 timbers. Okay, so I've worked out I'm going to use 10 decking planks for my draining board. So with 10 planks, that's 9 gaps, and each gap at 8 mil. That roughly gives me 1.27 meters for the side. So I'm going to cut 2 of those out of this kind of timber at 1.27 meters, and then I'm going to screw it all together, just like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of this, mark it up, find the middle of that, mark that up, screw that into there. Make sure you put 4 screws in there because this is going to be, yeah, this is where all the weight's kind of going to be dependent on this. We're going to put some legs on, but I'll show you that in a second. You want to assemble that on the floor, so get all your pieces of wood, put them on the floor, start screwing them in together so they've got a nice, you've got a nice big structure. Then you can start screwing that to this. Okay, so now we've marked out the middle of that. You know the center, that's pretty level with the post. Now let's make this level. So I've got that as close as I can, as level as possible, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. Now I'm going to screw that into there, so now that is fixed. Okay, so I've put 4 screws in there, so that is rock solid. That is not going anywhere. That is super level. After all that, that is level. That is level. That is not going anywhere. Okay, so what I mean by legs is what I'm going to use all my offcuts, and I cut these into the right lengths I need just to give it a little bit more support underneath here, because look at that gap. So what we're going to do is make legs so they go straight down onto the paving stone underneath. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can get this whole structure level. So with the legs, there's no measurements here. It's just basically looking by eye and figuring out how long you need to make these legs. And then to get it right, you screw in a screw, make it level, and hey presto, all done. Okay, now I'm putting the decking planks down. I did cut a 3rd one here. Like I said, you want to cut 3 of these things. It's because in the middle, you don't want these decking planks to bow. So I cut a 3rd one, put it in there. Now to lay down all those decking planks. Now I've got my decking screws, my drill, and this little piece of wood has roughly about 8 millimeters thick. So this is going to be my guide to put in between each decking plank to get the, yeah, kind of the rough, exactly the same amount of gap. Done, finished. All the screws in. Okay, so I've finished off. I've tarted it up a little bit. Look how smart that looks now. Okay, this next bit, you want to grab your bike because you want to see what is a comfortable height for you to wash your bike. So you put your bike on the stand, and you want to lift it up to about, we've got some offcuts, so we're going to put that 38 by 140 mil piece of timber, going to go out here. You want to cut this down to about 16 inches out. You want to give yourself enough length out of it so you can move your bike along, so you can get your pedals to spin when you've nailed that on. these bits are gonna be where your bike sits on. Your saddle's gonna rest in here. So we know that's 1.40 m from the ground up to here. We've drawn a line. We've cut 2 of these out at 18 inches in length. Screw in some screws, not all the way through, halfway through, because if you're working on your own, it's pretty hard to hold that big piece of wood and then try and screw it all in, try and get a screw in. On that line, screw that in. Get your level, because you want everything to be level. Right, let's do the other side. Okay, this next one, I'm gonna put a little stopper inside here so it stops my bike from moving in and out like this. So I'm gonna stop it. By doing that, I'm gonna put a piece, I know that's 90 mm, so I'm gonna cut it 90 mm wide, slide in there, screw it in, and it's gonna stop it from pushing over like that. That's going to stop that movement. Look, it's not moving now. Not at all. Just good. We're done. Complete. That's the most simplest thing about the whole build, is just putting that in where your bike actually sits, so you can actually wash it. And all you do is just slide it in there, just like that, and it'll rest on your saddle, braced in there. So simple, easy. You can make this out of scrap bits of wood. Look at it, and you can spin your cranks. You can wash it. It's not going to fall over. It's at the right height. Man, and I'm not even finished. I'm going to give it a paint job. I'm going to make a little shelf for all my little brushes. Endless. Let's carry on. We're nearly there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little shelf just over here. Just personalizing my stand. I'm gonna make this, it's a little shelf, so I can put stuff on there. That should do it. Nice. Look at that, using that already. Well, I got these leftover decking planks, so what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna put it on the back here. I'm gonna go with this side, put it on the back like this, line it all up, and then I'm gonna put the other bit underneath and then drill holes in it so I can put my wash brushes on it. I got 3 brushes. I'm gonna put these all in here like this. First hole done. Take a look at that. Perfect. 1 brush, 2 brush, 3 brush. Oh, we are in business. Now, let's wash the bike. And then I'm going to give this thing a paint work. Paint, yes, you want to keep this thing protected from getting rotten, because you're going to be washing a lot of bikes and that thing's going to be in the wet quite a lot through the winter months. So I've got some leftover decking paint from my decking. I've already started painting it. I'm going to finish it off. Done. Turned out really well. I'll let it dry. I can wash my bikes. Hopefully this has inspired you. If you want to see more of this, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the globe to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up like if you like my bike wash stand. And if you want to see another one, how to make a manual machine, click over here. And I'll see you at the next one. I'm going to wash my bike because it needs a wash.